It's Friday, we made it through the week. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Guys, I have a cup of tea with me because it's not a warm day. It's a beautiful day, but it's not a warm one. And I really like shooting outside here. It's quite cool. It's very quiet and serene, even though I can hear police sirens and birds and stuff. But anyway, it's all part of living in the city. Welcome back to the channel, to all my returning subscribers. To anyone that's new, my name is Alita, and I basically share dreams. I share prophetic words that the Lord gives me through dreams. And I also do teach on how to interpret your dreams. Those episodes usually play on a Tuesday. They haven't for a little bit, but I will resume those episodes because I do have a lot that I'd love to share with you guys, that I'd love to teach you so that you can also better understand your dreams. I also do, have a door open for people to send dreams in, but really short dreams at this stage. I'm not going to be able to do the longer dreams. I do have another episode where I interpret people's dreams, and that's also going to resume. If you want to send in your dream, you can pop me an email. My email address is in the description below. Okay, so before we get into the word, I received an email from someone saying that they got that scammers email again. So I just want to warn you guys, there are scammers on YouTube. They create profiles, like they'll have like a fake profile with my picture on it, and it'll say Queen Alita, and then they'll prophesy over you and ask you to donate money to an orphanage. Please do not donate. Don't send money to those people. It is a scam. It is not me who's asking you to do that. I would not ask you to do that in the comment section. So yeah, be aware of that. And then the second disclaimer, as always, it's so important that you take every prophetic word before the Lord, especially if it's the first time that you're hearing it and it really resonates in your spirit. Take it to Him and let Him confirm the word for you. Always make sure that you make decisions after you've received confirmation. Don't just run with one source and you think, God is speaking to me and I'm going to do this thing. No. Make sure that you spend time with Him. You need to have that special relationship with Him as well, so that He can speak to you. His voice is the best voice to hear from. For some of you, this may be confirmation of something that the Lord has already spoken to you about, which is great. I still encourage you to pray, to spend time with Him. There's nothing better than that. Relationship is so important, and He'll give you the unanswered questions. He'll answer your unanswered questions. He will give you your strategic direction. He will help you figure out what you need to do for your particular journey, for your particular situation. So it's still important to let the Lord fill in those gaps for you. Okay, so today's word, let me just sip my tea. My mic is right here, so I hope you didn't pick up on that sound. I'll probably mute it. So today's word is based on a dream that I had on June 13th, 2021. And in this dream, this was an intense dream, there was this couple, and they were basically very, very, very wealthy, extremely well off. You could tell that they were just running things, like they were in control of a lot, and they had servants. They lived in this huge mansion. It seemed like throughout the dream they would do things to each other that weren't exactly, wasn't exactly very loving, but they kind of got by. They kind of just, did their thing. But then at some point, so the man in the relationship had also been cheating, and this had been going on for a long time, and the woman knew. So this was part of the not so loving things that was being done. And at some point in the dream, the woman poisoned the man. He was just about to walk out and go and do his philandering, and I mean he was all chipper and happy, and then all of a sudden he was on the floor. And this is the part in the dream that I was just like, oh Lord, why did I have to see that? It's like whatever poison she gave him, it kind of just like it affected his legs, but in such an extreme way. They like melted, they disintegrated, so like very and I remember thinking, I don't want to look at that. And then it switched to her now. She's sitting on her throne, and she has people, she's surrounded by people, just the usual stuff going on there. But she was in a lot of pain. And I could tell, and I'm observing this entire dream. I did not participate in any way, fashion, or form except to just observe. So I could tell that the pain she was feeling was from that same poison. It's like because she gave him that poison, she got some of it as well, just because she gave it to him. And she was feeling the pain, and she was starting to like manifest physically. And the dream ended before I saw like which part of her, melted away. But she was definitely in a lot of pain, and I knew that it was gonna pretty much look like how it looked with the man. So that was the dream. And I remember thinking, oh Lord, is this about some married couple, or what is this about? And excuse me, I think because of the dream interpretation principles and that the Lord has taught me, I knew that it wasn't really about that it may be about a couple, it may be about something else, right? So I kind of just left that dream alone. I didn't want to just rush into it, even though it's like, how many days later now? Where are we? 18th? 5 days. Okay. Anyway, so as I listened to the dream today, it just came so clearly. The meaning of the dream came so clearly. And basically the Lord is showing us that there are people in this world who have a lot of power, they have a lot of influence, they control a lot of money in the world, they have a lot of the money in the world, they run things, they've been doing this for a long time. Their business partnerships, their various partnerships are not the most honest, or they don't always have each other's backs. They're really about themselves. So each partner is for themselves. They're not in it to really look after the other. And that was the sense I got throughout the dream with this particular couple. They were in this relationship. It was a good investment, but they definitely were looking out for their own interests. And that's what the Lord is showing us, is that there are people in this world, there are partnerships, there are businesses, there are entities that have been operating in this world, running things, controlling things. They aren't very honest with each other, they aren't loyal to one another. They're all about themselves. And very soon, all of these shenanigans, all of these things that they've been doing to kind of stab each other in the back or whatever, whether it's, having their own deals on the side. Sorry, I'm hearing things. And, just not being honest with one another. All of that is going to kind of backfire on them. Or the Lord is going to use it in such a way that they use it against one another, and it becomes a problem for someone in that partnership. And this could really be referring to one particular person, or like one particular partnership, or a group of them. The Lord hasn't really given me that information, but I sense that it is a group of them. I think that the Lord has already started to expose so many in this time. I don't want to mention names here. I don't want my channel to be that kind of channel, but there are people who have been exposed, who have been brought to light. Their actions, their characters have been brought to light, and the world is starting to see them for who they really are, and they're not doing so well. Some really, really big name in the technology space something really bad happened. He had cheated on his wife, and now she's leaving him, and he's been removed from the board of this major company. That was a big one for me. I was like, whoa, and another talk show host, just the true character coming out. So the Lord is going to start exposing things, and as they try to cover up or try to gain more ground or gain more power, they may even begin to turn on each other to try and salvage what they have. But even as they try to do that, they get affected as well. They will also go down, even though they think that they won't. So this word is really just to inform us of what's coming, what has already started to happen, as we've seen with certain big names, being exposed, but also for us to position ourselves, for us to observe, but observe in a prayerful way, because the Lord is going to be placing a lot of you in particular positions to be able to take over from these people and to be able to run with what they used to, but with a kingdom mindset. Remember, God is establishing his kingdom here on earth, and that is his plan. He is doing a whole wealth transfer. He is really shifting things. He's doing something new. So all the old must go. If something new is coming in, everything that was before has to pass away. It's like that scripture that says, I'm a new creation. I'm a brand new man. Old things have passed away. I'm born again. I'm literally singing the song in my head. So basically, old things have to pass away. And the scripture that the Lord led me to, even though I was a bit reluctant about it, I was like, I don't know. And I wanted to look for my own scripture. Like I was starting to go through the Bible and look for what I thought was the correct scripture, because we do that sometimes, because we know we think we know better than God, and we really don't. And he just kept leading me back to it. It's Revelation chapter 18. Where's my phone? Hold on. Sorry, we're getting to it. I'm not going to read the whole chapter because it is long, but basically the title is The Fall of Babylon. And it says, after all this, I saw another angel come down from heaven with great authority, and the earth grew bright with his splendor. He gave a mighty shout, Babylon is fallen. That great city is fallen. She has become a home for demons. She is a hideout for every foul spirit, a hideout for every foul vulture, and every foul and dreadful animal. For all the nations have fallen because of the wine of her passionate immorality. The kings of the world have committed adultery with her because of her desires for extravagant luxury. The merchants of the world have grown rich. Then I heard another voice calling from heaven, come away from her, my people. Do not take part in her sins, or you will be punished with her. For her sins are piled as high as heaven, and God remembers her evil deeds. So everything that has been happening, all that the enemy has been doing through various entities, through people, through the system, God has had enough of that. He really has, guys, and it's all starting to unravel, and this is all the hand of the Lord, and he wants us to be in position. He wants us to not partake in what's been going on, and that not partaking is such a broad, wide thing right now, because there are many ways that we can partake, and I really encourage you to take it to the Lord and just have him minister to you for your particular journey, because there are many things that are happening in this world that we really should not, as Christians, as the remnant, should not be partaking in, and this is the time that we have to stand firm on those beliefs, because the Lord is positioning us for our rightful positions. So yeah, friends, that is the word. it really, really encouraged me, because I've really been finding it it's been really hard for me. I think since I started on YouTube, and I kind of became more exposed to the world, whereas before my whole life was just here in my country, in my city. I didn't have any connection to outside of here. What are these birds doing? Okay. So, once I started YouTube, all of a sudden the world was opened up to me, and then I met my husband, and it's like just doing research and trying to figure out, the immigration process and all of that. And it's just been so discouraging to see just how controlled everything is. Like, I'm blown away by how controlled everything is. It's like you cannot just decide that you're gonna get up and move. It's like they have all of this red tape, and I know that the Lord is bigger than that, and I know He can cut any red tape. I have absolute faith in the Lord for that. But it's been an eye-opening journey for me, and it's not the desire of the Lord for the world to be like this, for there to be so much division. It was never His intention. It was never His initial plan. His plan was to, He created Adam and Eve, and He just wanted them to be fruitful and multiply and subdue the earth. And then sin entered, and that's where division entered as well. So anyway, that was just me and my own tangent. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for all the amazing comments from my last video. I'm so grateful, guys. Like, I feel so blessed. Like, the blessings that you guys wrote, I'm just like, wow, Lord, thank you. So thank you so much. Michael's really grateful as well. And like I said, I remember my promise to you guys. He will be on in a few days, and you'll get to hear from him as well. I'm excited for that. So guys, I really pray that this word has blessed you, and it encourages you to keep pushing, to keep fighting for where you need to be. Keep moving according to what God is telling you to do. And remember, God is such a good Father. He loves you so much, because you, my friend, are so deeply special to Him.
I'm in a race right to the start. They tried and left me